This is the Dog Walk Chronicles. Like every other person in the world who has to express their opinions. What in the world is that? Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Okay, so it's a windy day. There's a lot of leaves blowing, but over across the field, you can't see it. But what I'm seeing looks like tons of little, instead of leaves, those little pods that come down. Hey, sit down. Sit down. I want to talk about the three Michaels. Or I just noticed two Michaels that I wanted to talk about, and I'm Michael. I don't want to talk about me, but Michael number one, Michael Voris, is the founder of Church Militant Gussit, which was it's called an apostolate. I looked that up. I guess that's the right word. And basically they tried to catechize, and at some point they got onto the church and the bishops and covering up abuse and going after the people who covered up abuse, and they just won't let it go. Anyway, okay, that's not what Michael Voris resigned after some 20 years, accounting to some kind of issues that he's having. Don't want to get into it, other than to say that everybody sins. Anyway, whatever is going on with him, we wish him well. And what I liked about his media, the videos and things that they put out, was it gave a political view of the conservative side. So since my local paper is the Washington Post, which is a completely liberal slant, leftist socialist slant, it's hard to get, well, it's not hard, but Church Militant is one of my sources for a conservative idea and the counterpoint, so that I can look at the 2 points and say, well, I basically am conservative. I think they might have gone too far here, but the leftists have gone way into la-la land there. So I pretty much try to go through the two. I have lots of sources, and then I make up my mind. I said sit. You want to go inside? Let's go inside. Let's go inside. Come on, inside. You want to go inside? Let's go. Let's go. Okay, that isn't working. So, anyway, sit down. Sit. So, I try to look at both sides, since society, the media, the books that are out, the movies, the TV shows, the music we listen to, the things you see on the internet are, I think, slanting towards godless. No God, because we are leaving the Christian nation status, becoming a country that doesn't even believe in God. And then it's pretty much do whatever you want. That's the problem. And then, so anyway, I try to take an even view. Sometimes I'm reading about different countries and their ideas, and some of the ideas I like, but then I think they go too far. So it's a real problem. Nobody really speaks for me, but the conservative view is much closer to mine. Now I want to talk about, speaking of anti-conservative, Michael Rapaport. A few years ago during the BLM riots, BLM riots and all the protests and things that were going on, I've noticed him lately. He's made 3 videos that I've seen. The first one was talking about how he's against the pro-Palestinian protests. Clearly, I'm guessing he's Jewish. He acts kind of New Yorkish. He's a second-rate actor, kind of villainish, clownish kind of guy in his acting portrayals. But he was all this, pro-BLM and pro all these liberal agendas. Well, now all of a sudden he's going He's complaining about the Palestinian protests and how can they be against the Jews and the Israelis. And then he brings a girl on with him and says, I'm not going to talk now. I'm going to let this lady, who must be famous in some degree. So she talks. Then the next one, he's angry. Oh, these sons of guns and blah, blah, blah. And he's running off at the mouth about the pro-Palestinians. And I'm just sitting there going, bro, this is what happens. They're going to turn around and eat you. And you're a tool. You are a tool. And now you're learning what it's like. Now you learn. Now you see what it's like. You see what happens. You see what this side is like. So you were all woke and you were all, oh, look at me, I guess, probably virtue signaling, oh, how great you are because you're pro-BLM. Again, I try to take the middle road. Not the middle road. I try to look at the logic and see the whole picture. And of course, our country has a history. But you know what, Michael Rappaport, you idiot? Every country has a history. Every country has dominated some other society. So just shut the heck up about the United States. Certainly, we're not the worst. We may not be the, I don't know, you tell me what's a better country or nation or empire that has been around in all history that's done a better job than the United States has. So anyway, yeah, Michael Rappaport, how's it taste? How's it feel now? How do you like it now, you clown? Okay, that's just what my, I've had some thoughts about that, and I just thought, how apropos, how appropriate for the people that he's so kowtowed to turn around and chew on him. So, yeah, that's what I got to say today, November 27th, Monday. I know that might seem a little, what's the word? Revoltado, but you know what? At least I looked at, I tried to look at both sides of the story before I just started, yeah, so think of this what you like. If it works for you, fine. If it doesn't, don't worry about it.